All right. We'll call the meeting for the Committee of the Whole for May 17th, 2021 to order. In compliance with the Open Meetings Act, a current copy of the act is available at this meeting. Madam Clerk, would you please take roll? I guess it's not Madam Clerk, sorry.
That's fine. Augustine Schulte.
Here.
Barr.
Here.
Hemer.
Here.
Jablonski. Kreshaw. Lohr.
Here.
Roth.
Here.
Schilling.
Here.
Council President Augustine Schulte. The roll has been called.
Thank you. The first item on our agenda tonight is to discuss the City Council rules and the changes that are being recommended. And I don't know if there is anyone here that needs to speak on these. If not,
Well, really, for the
person who's supposed to
I
speak.
guess I would just go through them and maybe highlight the key things that are changing. Just-
I will have to make this really big to see this. All right.
Yeah, if we could get it on the screen, that'd be good too.
well, for the most part of it, it was just housekeeping.
Housekeeping and grammatical, some
Grammatical,
errors,
yeah.
yeah.
So the first one that I am seeing on here is that under number 2, conduct of business, was changed to call by the mayor. Special meetings of the council shall be held in the council chambers upon call by the mayor or 4 members of the council.
Council President, do you want to wait till after questions, till after you're done, or
I'm sorry, say that again?
do you want us to wait till you're done for questions, or can we do them as
You
the
can
item?
ask them whenever you want.
All right, well, so I'd have a question. Why are we going from 2 to 4? What's the intent?
Neil
That's set
can-
by statute. To make it more difficult to call a special meeting is what it
No,
is.
well,
No, that's set by, it's set by statute.
I look at it.
listen to what the
Neil?
attorney.
It's set by statute. Our council rules are wrong. So it's changing to 4 is to match what it says in state statute.
So we're so it's
Thank
house
you,
cleaning.
Neil.
Thanks, Neil.
That's not surprising.
Up there.
As I continue to scroll, I'm seeing very little red.
There's an or.
It's very touchy tonight.
All the other stuff in here that's not being changed, we all know that. Perfect.
Yeah.
We
We've
recite
gone
it,
through
don't
this a few times.
you? Yeah,
already.
the 10 on page,
My fingers are too dry.
what is that?
Yeah.
That's just,
Number 10, under the
City council, district
decorum and
council.
debate. Is that what you're looking at, Charlie?
What page?
page 7.
8 or
And it's
7.
just changing it from capitalization down to lowercase.
Yeah, taking out
It's
city and
housekeeping.
just make it the council.
Yeah.
I'm getting it.
Person desiring to address the council shall step up to the podium. Yeah. Or city council, yeah. And I guess, Neil, what is the reason for just the lowercase and the uppercase?
I did those changes.
Oh, and there's no special reason, or was that just,
No, even the English grammar, I'm not sure what you call
Okay,
that, but
it's
it's
just a
just
grammatical
changed.
thing.
It's a grammatical thing, and we've been doing that with all the minutes and everything now too.
all right.
And that's what,
Somebody on the staff is an English pro.
well, I've been seeing on the news and everything in articles in the newspaper and different things that's how they do that, so.
I've had one question all along that I've never really been very satisfied with. On page 7, number 5, no council member shall allow himself or herself to be subject to excessive lobbying. What does that mean?
Well, that means you're not supposed to let an individual come to you and try to persuade your vote.
But is that excessive?
Well, I think that's
my point.
Well, I think the point is you want to be careful of what you allow somebody to get you to do based on the fact so they could come back on. I mean, Neil, is there a way to say what's excessive and what's not, but yet lobbying is a concern?
Yeah, I think that's more of a subjective thing for this situation. But if we wanted to try to go out there, and define every single word in here, we'd be having a definition section of 50 pages long. So, but that'd be up to you guys. Sorry, I said excessive lobbying is probably pretty subjective as to the situation and everything that's involved in it. If the council certainly wants a further definition or guidelines on that, we can certainly try to create something to capture that. But that's been in the rules since I started, I think, for forever. So
For me, excessive would be the idea of offering you something numerical or, offer you some property or something for a vote. And that's the way I look at it.
The way I look at it is people will come to you and say, I'd really like to see you support such and such. And I would expect that because they have something that they want to bring to the table, and I would expect that. But now, if they come back 2 or 3 times and kind of ratchet up the intent a little bit more, I would call that excessive. Personally, if they come around and ask me to support something, I do not consider that to be excessive. In fact, I would encourage them to do so.
My thought is it's almost like a protective thing, so that if someone would come up one time, and we didn't even put the word excessive in, but somebody would come up one time and approach you, and you're saying, oh yeah, I could support that. You protect yourself from somebody else saying, oh, he's lobbying, he shouldn't be doing that. But you could say it's not excessive. So just because it was brought up in a conversation. So it's to me, I see it as a protection in that line that you're still allowed to speak if asked or called upon or something. But excessive, I think, like what Mr. Schilling was saying too, if it's extreme and asking for money or favors or there's threats or whatever,
The other thing it does, it gives you an out. If somebody's approaching you, you can just say, hey, council rules don't allow me to be lobbied. So, it's also a way for you to get away from somebody trying to put a little pressure on if you're uncomfortable.
And if you're uncomfortable, but I don't think that we should discourage our constituents from voicing their opinion or their support for a particular issue. And if that's called lobbying and or excessive lobbying, then I'm sorry, I don't agree.
Well, I think you're drawing a distinction, a conversation or somebody coming up to you wanting to speak with something, it might be lobbying, but that's not what this is forbidding. There's excessive, is trying to use your common sense on it, right? So if somebody wants to come up to you every day, and speak to you for 3 hours about something, the same thing over and over and over again, well, that's probably excessive. But if it's on the course of, here and there or whatever the case is, that's probably okay and should be encouraged.
Well, most of ours they stop you on the street and what's your opinion on this? I saw you going to look at this, so what's your opinion on it? Well, I was kind of looking at it this way. That's what we're here for. But, like they say, if you're going to lobby you for 3 hours,
Right.
3 days a week, that's excessive.
Just for clarification, are they just talking about within the council chambers? Or are they talking about outside of the council chambers?
It's everywhere.
Anywhere and
Anywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have another question on the Robert's Rules of Order. How much difference between the 12th and the 11th edition?
They're typically it's not much. I haven't seen the 12th. Okay.
Electronic stuff now for the meetings.
Yeah, there's usually in all these type of legal treatises and things like that, they come out every so often with an updated version to try to keep up with the times. I'm sure that's what this one is doing. I would say probably 95 to 9, actually probably closer to 99% of it is probably the same.
Yeah, through the Optimist Club, I went through the Robert's Rules of Order program at one time, and I don't know, maybe that was the 9th edition or something. So every year they update it to match whatever new coming out. Okay, that's good.
All right. Is there anything else on page 7? We had the change of the lowercase on board.
Is the term newly revised in section 5, paragraph 2? Is the term newly revised a part of the
That's the
actual
title
title?
of the actual book. When I went to look at it at Amazon, that is the actual title.
Okay,
have
I'll
an
defer to
actual
Janelle
copy?
on that.
Do we have an actual copy of of that book available? If
Not yet. As soon as this gets approved, I will be ordering them. Yes.
Okay, very good. All right. That looks like pretty much everything that is in red. So is there anything else that any council members would like to address in any part of this?
I'll recommend a motion to the mayor and council that's, that the city council rules be approved as presented.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second, and let me go ahead and vote.
Ron, did you vote?
It didn't come up.
Gotta get out of that, probably, I'm guessing.
So just, do you vote yes?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and close it manually.
Okay. I gotta get over there.
Oh, okay. But how does it pop over here?
Paper slide.
Click on that again.
Okay, do roll call vote.
Do we have to vote again?
Or just say, I'll voted aye.
All voted aye.
Okay, motion passes.
Yeah, it shows me here on this side.
And with that, we'll adjourn. Thank you.
I couldn't ever get it.
Thank you.
So I don't know what I do wrong. Do you have to tell it?